What do you think about foreigners in Korea?
I hate them.
Really?
I don't hate all of them, but there's a lot of things that some foreigners do that really is embarrassing for me to watch, and it makes me feel uncomfortable. Hello and welcome back, everybody. I just want to say thank you so much for taking your time today to be here with me, and I hope that you enjoyed my video. Today I wanted to do something very different than from what I usually do. I'm gonna keep the camera rolling while I vent to my friend about a certain issue that's been bothering me while living here in Seoul, South Korea. Now there's a couple reasons for this. One, I'm actually really sick and I just don't have the energy to make anything creative and go out and vlog. That's why I ended up taping this phone to my lamp to use as a microphone. So yeah, I don't know how to do this. And two, I really want to be more connected with my audience, and I really want you to understand me and how I feel, and sometimes share the thoughts that I have in my head. And before we go into this video, I just want to give a little bit of context. I was born in Russia, moved to America, extremely Americanized. Then I moved to Seoul, South Korea 9 months ago. Lucky for me, when I came here, I already had a relationship with a Korean woman, and I already had a Korean friend who taught me of things that I should do and that I should not do here in Korea. So I've always been conscious of this, things to do and not to do. And I've always tried my best to be on my best behavior out in public. And the reason why I say I'm lucky is because I don't think that's the case for 99.99% of foreigners that come here. And after 9 months, I started noticing a few social behaviors that really started bothering me on a really deep level, and it's just been bottled up inside of me.
Like what
That
are the
makes
things?
sense. Well, let's start with something easy. Smoking.
Okay.
So I noticed in Seoul, depending on the area that you go to,
Yeah.
is you can see how people smoke. Usually you got to go out to like a small street or alley. Like for instance, there's an example. I went to Gyeongbokgung Palace by myself.
Yeah.
And that's definitely a super clean area to be. There's no trash, no nothing. And then I saw, I don't want to say from what country, but these foreigners, they were just smoking.
Yeah.
Right in front of the palace. And that's like where you shouldn't smoke. And the people there, they're to enjoy their time and relax, take selfies, whatever they want to do. And it made me so angry and also embarrassed at the same time because you just don't do it there. I see it very, very often. Or in business areas like Uljuro here, business district.
Yeah.
You don't smoke here in public. People are walking everywhere. You're not supposed to be standing there at a stoplight smoking.
Yeah.
Right? So, and then another small thing is like trash. I understand there's not a lot of trash cans in Korea, but put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Don't just throw your trash on the ground. I know in some countries that's okay to do, but it's not okay to do here. That's why I don't like to go to places like Itaewon. Because in Itaewon, I see it all the time. People just throwing their trash everywhere.
When you say people, foreigners.
Foreigners. Anyways, what else?
Only the two?
Oh no, there's more. Oh, talking really loud. I find it so annoying. I'm a naturally really loud person. Naturally. When I came here, but you can just feel it that there's certain areas that you shouldn't be loud.
Yeah.
And especially like public transportation, like on buses or trains, you gotta be quiet. And I really hate when I just see foreigners just like talking really loudly or like on the phones, just like almost screaming. I feel embarrassed. You know what I mean? When I see it.
Yeah.
The last one is ignorance and extreme patriotism. I have an example for this. I was wanting to rent a city bike, right?
Yeah.
So I was trying to use the app, and these group of foreigners came out of a Subway, like the restaurant, Subway, and they were just saying some really ignorant. They were saying like, oh, I hate being here, and the food sucks, and they'll just say things extremely loudly and like really publicly express how they feel about Korea. And trust me, I have things that I might not like in Korea. I also might not agree with certain things in Korea, but I'm not going to be running around in public and yelling in English, oh, this fucking sucks, America is so much better. And I've seen this also, again, places like Itaewon.
Yeah.
And it's extremely embarrassing for me to hear that, because Koreans, out of all the countries I've visited, Koreans are, I think, the best at having English as their second language. They might not speak well, but they can understand almost everything very, very well.
Makes a lot of sense.
So I think a lot of foreigners have this ignorance that just because Korea is a non-English speaking country, that Koreans don't understand what you're saying. They understand almost everything you say.
Yeah.
And it frustrates me a lot. Because, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for that. And those are the things that I just really don't like the foreigners do in Korea. So that's whenever I see a foreigner, I immediately get anxiety. Immediately I get anxiety because I'm too worried and I'm too scared what they're going to do in public. And I wish they would just do some of their research. Because when you come here as a foreigner, you represent the rest of the foreigners. So the way I behave is constantly being watched by everybody around me. And if I do something bad, like smoke everywhere, throw trash, talk loudly, say bad things about Korea, that's how Koreans are going to see the rest of the foreigners. And that's not fair, because there is a lot of good foreigners here that do understand the culture, or at least try to understand and respect it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, no matter how many good things somebody does, it takes one person to do one bad thing, and it ruins the entire self-image. And so that's why I just don't affiliate myself with almost any foreigners here in Korea. Please don't get the impression that I just hate every single foreigner that I see. I don't actually hate anybody. I'm just distant. I'm automatically get worried of things that they might do, because I understand how uncomfortable it might be when Koreans see certain things that we as foreigners do that might be normal in other countries. So I feel this constant burden that I always have to make a good image as a foreigner living here in Korea. That's the reason why I didn't want to make any foreign friends, is I was just too worried that there were going to be these type of foreigners that I see that live here. But this is also my fault. I don't want to blame them. I can take the responsibility and the time to go out and meet foreigners, create relationships, educate them, and help them understand how to fit in Korean society better. So it's also my fault too. I guess it just took me a little bit of time to understand how I felt about this whole situation. And I know that most of my audience are Korean. Please don't be discouraged to make Korean friends or talk to foreigners. I think they need that more than anything. I think they need somebody to help them understand of how to behave here in Korea, even though it might be uncomfortable telling other people what to do. Sometimes we need it because it's such a different country from the rest of the world. If you got this far, thank you for taking your time to listen to maybe me complaining. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Also, it's really cold outside, so please stay warm and don't get sick like me. So until next time, bye.